Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Review. I figured since I was able to do all of the Bourbon County lineup this year, that I would do a separate video where I ranked them. So I just did my review for the barley wine, which is what's in the glass now, and I figured I'm wearing my Bourbon County shirt, legit, got the proper glassware, proper beer, proper attire. Let's do this thing. Parts of this was easy, parts of this was not easy. So this is my ranking with just a few notes that I wrote down. For me, what's better to go my favorite or my least favorite? I'm just gonna go favorite to least. For me, regular is my favorite. Um, about a year ago, before I started doing beer reviews, I had compared the regular to the last rare, and although the rare had more bourbon note, barrel note, all that kind of stuff, I actually did prefer the regular, which to me was awesome because it's way easier for me to get regular than a rare. And I think how they make that beer, the flavors they get, the the balance when you have these big bold flavors. The fact I'm using the word balance is ridiculous, but the way they're able to balance these flavors. This year's is a hair sharp in terms of the burn for me. Um, which, but it wasn't too much. And just think about how amazing that's going to be with age when that little bit of alcohol burn goes down, um, which did make it a little hard for my number two. So my number two, I actually went with coffee. And it was nice how the coffee didn't have any sharpness. The ABV is a little bit lower, has the coffee in it. And I drank in a unique way. When I did my review, it was almost room temperature. It probably set out almost room temperature. And I did my review, and then I had some stuff to do for a few hours, so I capped it, put it in the refrigerator. And when I got done with my stuff, I took it back out and drank it right out of the fridge and finished it. When it was about room temperature, I got a ton of coffee on the nose, like almost smelled like straight coffee. And the taste, I got a lot of coffee. Excuse me. Then when it was cold, I got way more like chocolate notes that I had not gotten when I did it warm. And I'm seeing some people say that this year they think the coffee is pretty subdued in terms of the flavor of the actual coffee and the coffee variant. So I'm wondering if people are drinking, I'm not calling people out, but I wonder if people are drinking it a little too cold. Because again, when it was about room temperature, I got like straight coffee. And I'm someone, if you don't watch the review, I'm someone who drinks coffee basically every single day. Like almost every day, I have at least one cup of coffee. So like I drink coffee and I know what it smells like. And I got big coffee. And that coffee works so well with what I'll call the base beer of Bourbon County. I know you have a base age in the bourbon barrels, but that for me was it was a little tough because I did like the regular hair, even though it was a little sharp, and the coffee didn't have the sharpness, and that was tough. The third one actually ended up probably being the toughest, yeah, the toughest one for me, because I only had 10 ounces of it, or I'm sorry, 5 ounces of it. That was the reserve. Um, I had like so we're traveling to Chicago for Thanksgiving. It was not a pleasant trip to get there. Once we got there, it was amazing, and it was kind of like an unfunny planes, trains, and automobiles with my wife and I trying to get there. And we finally get to Goose Island a little after 3 o'clock. We tapped the reserve. I barely got one before they sold out. And it was just like the stress of it, and then just having only 5 ounces, trying to figure out like what's our next move. We're gonna leave before the 5 o'clock release of prop. Like what we're gonna do, but that beer I gotta take a swig. This barley wine's money. Um, that reserve had more char, a little bit more of the barrel, but it also had the vanilla came through almost more like vanilla liqueur than just like the vanilla, but you can kind of tell the vanilla comes from the barrel. I had done because that one is aged in Knob Hill barrels. I had drank a Knob Hill. I forget if I said that when I talked about it in the regular video. When I did the reserve the night before, I knew the next day I was going to have some of that undrafted Goose Island. So I saw the restaurant we went to. I saw that they had Knob Creek on the menu. So I said, "Hey, can I get a Knob Creek on the rocks?" And you did get some of those very specific spirit tastes through the barrel in that beer, which was really cool. I didn't get a bottle of that. I would love, ideally, two of those bottles. One so I can do a review on camera, and one to age. Some people I know are saying like, don't age it, drink it fresh. Um, it was really good fresh, but I would love to try it with some age. Maybe round out a little bit of the I don't want to say overpowering, but just how much more char and stuff you get. It'd be so cool to compare it to regular Bourbon County and Heaven Hills barrels. Then I got, let's see. So in fourth place, I went with the barley wine. This is, like I just said, money. I love barley wines, bourbon barrel aged barley wines. I'm a huge fan of as well. My favorite is big stouts and bourbon barrels. It is my favorite way to use a bourbon barrel. Um, and I like stouts and other barrels. Apple brandy is probably my second favorite, but stout, a big, nice stout in a bourbon barrel. I kind of forget how much I like barley wines and bourbon barrels as well. This is money now. It's going to, I'm gonna call right now. This beer is going to be amazing with age. It's already drinking great. It's going to only get better with age. Um, I just want another sip talking about it. If I'm like, what is a barley wine supposed to taste like? You aged it in bourbon barrel. What should I add? Like it's money. Why is it not higher? Because I do still like stouts better. Last two. Northwoods is my fifth. Wait, one, two, three, four, five, five. Yeah. Northwoods is way better than I thought it would be. When I heard blueberry and almond, I was like, yeah, it kind of sounds. I don't. Not gimmicky. That's not the right word. I don't know what the right word is, but it's kind of like, all right, like that's interesting or different or weird or whatever word you want to use. Then I drank it. I'm like, and I'm really fortunate. As I said in that review, I had bought in Chicago some marzipan candies for my daughters, and I had eaten one. Like, hey, I gotta try this. I bought them for you, but I only have one. So it was great having one and then drinking this, and it's like, wow, that's exactly what that candy tastes like. The blueberry juice, awesome addition, totally works. I only got the one bottle. Kind of gonna maybe see if this week I can get another bottle. I don't know if it would be good aged or not, but it's not too sweet. It is sweeter than regular Bourbon County, and it was a dessert beer without being too sweet. I think people who don't like super sweet stouts would be cool with it. And last place is actually the prop. And I'm not going to say it's a bad beer. I liked it quite a bit, but I only did 10 ounces of it. My wife and I both got 5-ounce pours. She's not really into this stuff, so I drank both of them. And at the end, and I did the review probably 3 ounces in, and it was good. It was a cool experience beer. That's what that is. It's an experience beer. By the time I got to the last bit of that, I was like, yeah, I'm good on this. I didn't hate it. It wasn't anything like that. So like, don't get me wrong, but it's like, yeah, I'm done with that flavor profile. I'm good. I'm satiated. Can you tell this is high ABV? And if I had a whole 16.9-ounce bottle, it might have gotten tough. I don't think it's overly sweet for my like super sweet tooth self, but anyone who's not a big sweet guy or girl, sorry, it's probably gonna be too much. It was so cool how the banana and wherever the cinnamon was coming from, like it's such an awesome dessert beer. If I got, I'm gonna pretend this is it. If I got a prop bottle, and I would definitely drink it with a group of people, three, four, five, whatever, and just give them little pours for the experience of it. It's an experience beer. It's not one I would want to enjoy all by myself because it did kind of get. It's not taxing. Again, it's not a bad beer. It's just I don't want to like oversell the beer though either. And it is my last pick for the Bourbon County lineup this year. Um, Worth trying if you're a huge Bourbon County fan like I am. If you like bananas Foster, bananas and stouts, blah 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 blah, definitely worth trying. But if you're like, yeah, I'm not a big banana guy, or I don't really like sweet stouts, or I'm not that big into Bourbon County, save your money. Don't try to trade for it. Don't do it. You're fine. Try the other ones that I said before. Different kind of a video for me. I don't know if I've done anything quite like this, but that's my lineup. Regular, coffee, reserve, barley wine, Northwoods, prop. Except for prop, they're all pretty close to be honest with you. Prop was a step down. Again, I'm not trying to undersell it. Thanks for watching. I always appreciate it. Check me out on Instagram and Untapped. No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. And as always, please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.